When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another SEC rival, the Vanderbilt Commodores. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense takes the field. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver.
Always got some space. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. The Commodores can really attack on this second and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, it's a fumble. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up, just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Snagged out of the air. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And the Commodores now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield. And that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got a man, it's Barnett. They stop him short and will have a big fourth down coming. The Commodores will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. So Alabama's offense will get the ball for the first time. He leaves it with his back. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. Gets it past the marker. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Power football with the run. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to pass, it's Russell. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the catch. It's Lawson. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Runs through a tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
To the air on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Offense gets set for 2nd down. The give to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last 1st down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unleashes to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown Tide.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 85 yards, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Takes the easy one to the back. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. breaks into the open. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
He's got him this time. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Well, not a lot the defense can do on that play. They got a curl route. They're playing zone coverage. Everybody got dropped to their spots correctly, but there was just way too much velocity on that throw. They didn't have a chance to break that one.
Here comes the heat. He'll get rid of it. Wide open downfield. Touchdown Doors. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Northwestern has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since the walk with a send-off, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over USC. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys have been keeping an eye on it for us. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just balling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The inside handoff. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Starting to feel a little pressure. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the catch. Man, that's frustrating for a defense. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this.
Looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll try the run. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow.
Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. And the Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Red pass, it's complete. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that thing.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Finds his tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Commodores really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Now the offense trying to operate in the red zone. Complete. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. And the Commodores kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Using the quick game. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Commodores!
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They'll give it to the back. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Zings it complete to the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Give to the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. He's got the back in the middle. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
Got his man quickly. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Ball State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Schumann Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Western Michigan. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he added the extra point. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is back and forth, and I got it.
There he goes. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. We're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Commodores with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll pull it on the read. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Finds his big tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Motion from the back. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Just drives it between the uprights. The lead now trimmed to 28-24.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Nashville, and we've had a lively first half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at First Bank Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Commodores will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep the moral.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Might be changing the route. Try to get it to the edge. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw, it's Russell. Makes the catch. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 25.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Quarterback will keep it. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Buys a little extra time. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He uncorks one deep. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on 1st down. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. And the Commodores can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. fires to the big fella. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something.
Breaks into the open. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown time.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good. They're up 35-24. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Ball State is currently ahead in this one, but let's remember, this program has just one bowl win all time, so nothing is a given in Muncie. They're up by just one over Western Michigan. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Sweet cut there. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
The give out of the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Going to swing it on second down. Complete to the right. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
First down, Commodores.
The Commodores with the 1st and 10. They'll leave it with the lone back. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth, man. 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
To the air, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. But you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. It's caught. Turning it on. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Unloads quickly. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quickly to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all all over him, knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds right at the 36-yard line, and the running game making its presence felt. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Russell. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Finds his big tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Trying to get it to the marker. They stop him short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the 4th quarter.
What a big stop for this defense in the 2nd half around midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. The throw. This time it's complete. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
And when you call the quarterback sneak, you're thinking, I'm going to fall forward and get at least a yard. But, Palmer, that defensive line got in there, and the QB got nothing.
Well, he's got to do a better job with the snap count, too, and try to catch the defense when they're napping. Right there, everybody was set and ready. And one more of those type of plays, and this dude's losing his quarterback sneak privileges.
Not even a moment of anxiety in that decision. 4th and 1, yep, we're going.
Bro, this isn't even a discussion in the headset. Like, this is automatic, autopilot. Like, 4th and 1, we're going for it every single time.
We'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They go to the ground. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll try to get it through the air. A shot toward the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th. He's got it, 1st down and more. Touchdown, Vandy. And they take it in for 6 more points. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
He makes the grab for the 2, and he ties the game here in the 4th. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now...
Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Back to pass, it's Russell. Scrambling away. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hauls it in. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decision.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
They'll try to blast their way in. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Alabama! They move on top here in the 4th.
What a a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
And they did tack on the extra point. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Fires to the big fella. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
And that could save the game, because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
And with that incompletion, man, it's go time. Like this offense, there's no more holding back. They've got to have this play. Trailing, they need a big play. Which one on that play call sheet is your go-to play in this moment when I gotta have it?
He wants a big play here late. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. Off and running. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Doors.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a two-point play?
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. North Carolina is down right now, but that kid on the defensive side, I know this is a big statement, but he looks like a young Lawrence Taylor. Do not rule out a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Virginia. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that is a perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
The sure hands. It's Lawson. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Bama! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And, man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there. Finish this thing off.
Ready to try the point after. The extra point is good. And now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And the score comes with a quick strike up top, covering 79 yards. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Finds the tight end. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly.
Well, I know it's early in the drive, but we've got less than a minute to go here. We've got to be more aggressive. We've got to take some shots and put some pressure on the defense.
He'll go to work in the air on second down. Got his man on the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, this defense is still playing so hard here late in the game in the fourth quarter. Offense taking a shot into the end zone. Defender in incredible position, and he's able to knock that one away and complete.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's incomplete. A last gasp effort, and the defense finds a way to survive it. They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.